Okay, he doesn't really want the perfect woman. He wants three specific things from you instead. Let me ask you this. How much time do you spend trying to be the kind of woman that you think men want? If you're like most women, it's a lot. You spend all this time making yourself look sexy and attractive, all this time presenting yourself as fun, interesting, worldly, and definitely not needy in the slightest. You spend all this time showing him just how good you'd be for him, how amazing his future would be if he chose you as the woman by his side. And guess what? It doesn't work. It never works. And why? Why doesn't it work? Why do you work so hard? And the guy in your life just takes you for granted if he even notices you at all. It's probably because he's immature, right? Or is it because he can't recognize a good thing until it's gone? Or maybe it's because you've been doing all the work for him. Now listen, if he doesn't work for your relationship, he won't value it. Here's a fact. What men value most are those things they have to work hard to get. Hand a man a college diploma, for instance. He's not going to value it as much as if he had to put in years of study and effort to earn it. And then hand a man the perfect girlfriend, and he's not going to value her as much as if he'd had to woo her for weeks just to get her to go out with him. And this is why playing hard to get works. But as you've probably already noticed, there's a big problem with playing hard to get. That strategy, it stops working once he's actually got you. Something actually happens when guys decide they've won you. It's almost like they think, game over. And their minds are already on to their next challenge. So what is going on? And the next question is, how can you stop it from wrecking your relationship? And don't worry, it's not just you. All women experience this. That's why they ask for help. Many women give up on love, and they never let themselves get too close to a man for fear of scaring him off. But other women, they try a different approach. They actually get help. Relationship coach James Bauer is one of the people that they turn to. What he noticed was many clients were coming to him complaining about guys who were blowing hot and cold. Like everything would be going great, and then it was like something would change overnight. A guy who'd been warm, affectionate, and interested would suddenly become distant. He'd no longer have any time for her. He wouldn't smile in greeting. He'd stop making eye contact, and his kisses were brusque. Wanting to help his clients, James investigated, and what he discovered made sense of everything. He suddenly knew why these men were backing away. He suddenly knew what they needed and what they weren't getting. But take note, it did not come down to anything wrong with these women. Rather, it all came down to something that he called the hero instinct. Most women do something that drives men away without ever realizing it. One of the most wonderful things about women is how naturally caring they are. I mean, look at you. You're always there for your guy. You look after him. You always make time for him. And of course, you do anything for him. But you never realize that in the process, you're actually taking something away from him. You're taking away his purpose. You see, he wants to be your hero. He doesn't want you to be his hero. But men do love heroes. I mean, look at how many grown men are still fascinated by Marvel comics and superhero movies. Every man on Earth, from the time he was a boy, dreamed of growing up to be the kind of hero who would save the world and get the girl at the same time. And most men, they don't get to indulge their world-saving side in their 9-to-5 jobs. Circumstances don't call for them to rip off their corporate ties and spring into action, revealing their Superman side. And maybe they can't save the world, but they can still get the girl and getting the girl is a worthy challenge for just an ordinary guy with the heart of a superhero. It takes superhuman confidence, superhuman charm, and a superhuman immunity to pain. Now, all he needs is to find a girl who needs a hero. Do you need a hero? Well, let me guess. That's not you, huh? I mean, you're strong. You're independent. You can even fix a leaky faucet. You can drive a stick shift. And of course, you can take care of yourself. You're never going to make that Jerry Maguire mistake of looking for a man to complete you. Instead, you have a lot to offer a man. First of all, you're generous, you're kind, loving, and you're giving to a fault. All you want is to find a man who's willing to receive all that you have to give. And this, my dear, is exactly why heroes are not showing up in your life. This is exactly why you've ended up with so many takers instead. Guys who take everything you have and leave you high and dry. If you truly want a hero, then you need to advertise for one. Here's how. Here are 3 ways you can invite a hero into your life starting today. Number 1, ask a guy for help. Ask him for advice on buying a new computer, or ask him to listen to that weird rattling sound that started up in your car. Ask him to reach something on the top shelf. Then just thank him warmly with a great big smile of appreciation. And no, that doesn't make you needy whatsoever. It makes you a woman with space for a man in her life. Number 2, take pleasure in male company. Guys love women who appreciate men for just being men. So what if his apartment is a shrine to sports? So what if he spends hours on his fantasy football team? And so what if his idea of a clean shirt is the one with the fewest wrinkles? He's a guy, and it's okay. You don't need him to be more like you because you've got the feminine side of the gender equation covered. Number 3, let him earn your respect. Superheroes, they love challenges. They don't want to be given a gold medal just for showing up. They don't want your love handed to them on a plate. They want to earn it. There's one thing they crave even more than a woman's eternal, enduring love, and that's a challenge. So give him opportunities to prove himself. You don't have to do the work of winning him over. Just sit back, relax, and allow him the pleasure of winning your admiration. So, if all of this sounds like fun to you, click on the link in the description box below. You can sign up to watch a free video presentation talking about this certain special relationship enhancement tool. It's something that you can learn one time, but then you're free to use it for the rest of your life. Again, in the description box below this video, I have posted a link. This link will get you signed up to learn about the specific tool most women do not know about that will almost instantly rearrange a man's attitude and outlook on his relationship for the better. And the best part of learning this is you can apply it completely under the radar. He won't even actually know you're doing something, but he will change and he'll feel the change of feelings. He just won't understand why. It's absolutely beautiful and, in my opinion, magical. So go ahead and check it out. Thank you so much for joining me again and for supporting and watching my channel. And please do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.